Yo, I'm so happy, everybody, that we are in this movement together. We are from different countries, different colors, different faces, different, different sexes, different dance styles. We have some hip hop dancers here. We have some shuffling dancers here. You know what I mean, Fabian? We have we have bachata dancers. Some people are not even dancers, but we all have a common goal, and that's growth. And that makes me so happy. And what I hear is just so many wins. So many wins, and when life, and especially the world right now, it can be an overwhelming place. It can be a very overwhelming place with everything that's happening, and we're all moving forward together, and just hearing all these wins makes me extremely, extremely happy. But with that being said, and this goes for everyone, me included, like if I look at what took me from having many years of anxiety, were depressed for so many years, had suicidal thoughts. What made me come from there to what I am right now is what we're gonna run over today. And it's just constant progression. It's constantly raising the bar. And that's why I keep telling us, like, I got the done next quote from a man called Tim Grover. And done next, what it means is just that if you raise your bar, now you're standing here, so you raised your standard. So now you need to look for something else. And then you're here. And then you keep going, moving up. So if you, for example, if you were something like me, for example, you were dealing with mad anxiety, you were really fighting with it, and your thing was, okay, for the last webinar, I'm gonna turn on my camera. But now you turned on your camera. Now for the next webinar, you gotta do that again. And then for the webinar after, again and again, and then something new, and then something else. So constantly moving forward. And with this system that we have laid out there for us, we have a system that I've introduced this to everyone in my inner circle. I know some of them are here. And I just want to say, before we continue, it's a thunderstorm outside. So if everything shuts down, I'm going to take my phone and go live in the Facebook group, all right? Because we live in an island right now. So if everything shuts down, it has happened before, that's why I'm saying it. The webinar continues live inside of the Facebook group, all right? Just a warning, just a heads up. Anyway, let's jump into it. Give me a second here. Let me share my screen with you beautiful people. Bam. Like I said, if you are in the inner circle, you've been introduced to this before, but I believe that I'm better at explaining it right now, so I think you should hang around. Thumbs up if you can see the weekly opportunity planner. Fantastic. Bam. Here we go. Weekly opportunity planner. It's how to set goals and how to actually achieve them. We're not going to talk about a bunch of things that won't give you anything. This is not a conversation about self-love or anything like that. This is tangible things that you can use throughout the year to actually achieve your goals. I hear somebody's not muted, so I'm just gonna go in and mute everybody. Why is that? Bam. Here we go. Why don't you want to work? Here we go. The reason why we don't reach our goals is because we're lacking structure. We plan our weeks around work and obligations instead of planning our weeks around our goals. We have more distractions right now than ever before, and it's easier than ever to be reactive. So most of us have a tendency to just react. We're not proactive. We're not operating from a calm state of mind, not operating from clarity, because we have so many different things. And my goal with this webinar is to not only teach you how to set your goals, but also show you a way that you can actually use and track yourself and give yourself feedback to move forward, all right? Then this is the overview. These are the things that we're going to run over today. First, we're going to understand how to actually create your quarterly opportunity plan. It's a strange word, but you can just read. If I'm saying quarterly opportunity plan, you can just think or read 3-month goal, all right? I don't set goals for myself usually. I set opportunities. It's just my way of, I like that framework better, that I actually see an opportunity. Because if I have a goal, I believe that once I've reached that, I'm done. And that's not what I want. I always want to keep moving forward, right? So that's the first thing we're going to run over, and then we're going to run over the 4-step formula. The step number 1, it's objective, strategies, habits. Step number 2 is look at them every day. Remind yourself every day where you're going. Then we have step number 3 is your weekly score, what to improve, what went good, next action. And step number 4 is look at them every day. Very simple formula. And then after this, we're going to get some more things I want to run over. But the first thing I want you to do, I want you to start thinking about this under the webinar. What is your quarterly opportunity? What is the thing you're trying to reach, or not even trying? What is the thing you want to reach within the first 3 months of the year? I plan my life after this, because a 3-month goal is so much easier to relate to than a yearly goal. Like, the world is changing in rocket speed, so it's so hard to say, like, you have no idea where you're going to be in 1 year. I mean, raise your hand if you would believe that if we were sitting here 1 year ago, exactly a year ago on the date, and somebody told you that somebody will eat a bat in China, sneeze, and then the whole world will shut down. So if you only had a 1 year goal, it just happens so much things. So I want you to have a big goal, but divide them into 3 months. So I do 3 months sprints. I don't think marathons. We're sprinting towards the goal. 3 months, sprint. And then I want you to get a specific notebook for only your quarterly opportunity plan. In this book, do it by hand, get it, invest some money in it, have it look nice, have it on the side of your how do I say that in English? Your nightstand, like, have it close to you. And this is not your journal, this is not your notepad for work, it's only for your quarterly opportunity plan. And then we move into step 1, objectives, strategies, and habits. Thumbs up if everything good, you hear me good, my internet haven't broke down yet, everybody's with me. Roger that. Here we go. Objectives. Every goal, every objective that you set out needs to be a SMART objective. So SMART is obviously an acronym. Most of you know this. Specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. If you have a goal, if you have an opportunity or a goal, I want it to be so clear that a monkey or a baby monkey can tell me by the end of the week or by the end of this period if you reach your goal or not. For example, I want to lose 3 to 6 kilos of fat within the next 16 weeks. That's a specific goal. And that's the example I'm going to use throughout this entire webinar. Okay, a fat loss goal. But you can also, here's the thing though, you can also have more subjective goals, like I want to become mentally stronger. But it's so loose. It's so loose to say, I want to just become mentally stronger. So let's use Lucy, for example. She said that I'm happy where I am right now because I reached 2/3 of my goal. But if she would have said, so that's a very specific goal. She has a very specific goal, and it's measurable, it's very attainable, it's relevant, like it's right in her mind, and it's time-bound. It's within this time I'm spending with Coach Sebastian, right? But if she would have said, I just want to lose weight. If she would have said that, that gives her an exit. That gives her an exit and an easy way out when it comes to, yeah, but I came this far. I came this far, so, yeah, but I just wanted to lose weight. Yeah, but you give yourself an exit then. Did that make sense? Like, it needs to be specific. And you need to have it measurable, attainable. If Lucy would have told me, I want to lose 100 pounds in 3 weeks, or 50 kilos in 3 weeks, it would be like, okay, that's very specific, that's definitely measurable, it's apparently relevant, it means that you want to lose that, it's time-bound because it's within these weeks, but it's not attainable. It's not attainable at all, right? We keep moving forward. Strategies. Strategies are actually ways to achieve your goals. So let's stick with the weight loss example, right? For example, hire a fitness coach, walk more often, learn how to apply intermittent fasting, like Vero told. She's had it, now it's working for her. Eat less sugar. All of these are strategies, right? These are ways that you can get there. We also have habits. Your habits, however, it's things that you do in your daily life or your weekly life. For example, if you want to lose weight, you walk every day to work, you train after my dance class. Another example is fast for the first 4 hours of the day, 5 days a week. Post a selfie in the Facebook group after each workout. Write to Coach Sebastian on Sunday. These are things that you actually do. Strategies are just ways to achieve them. Hire a coach, get an accountability partner, study more about intermittent fasting. Again, you can use this for any opportunity, any goal that you decide for yourself. But for the beginning, we start here. Or for this webinar, we start about the weight loss goal. Step 2, look at your quarterly opportunity plan. This is the quarterly opportunity plan, aka your 90-day goal, aka your short movie ending. Do that first thing in the morning. Because if that doesn't inspire you, you're not doing it right. All right? It needs to have something that is like your quarterly opportunity plan should fuel you. It should give you fuel. It should really light that fire inside of you. Next thing inside of step 2 is that I want you to set up your environment for success. Set up your environment for success. Make it as easy as possible for yourself to succeed. You want to lose weight? Don't get rid of all the candy in your home. Get rid of all the candy in your home, all the sweets or everything. Right? Use the tips and tricks that we talked about in the last webinar about how to actually lose weight and get even better during the Christmas period, right? The Christmas table temptations. Use those strategies. That webinar is up on YouTube if you want to watch it. Set up your environment. You want to love yourself more. You want to be more positive. You want to have, one of those more subjective goals, right? I mean, it's hard to actually measure yourself. Am I making progress in my self-love? That can be a hard thing to actually measure. But make it as easy for yourself to succeed. So maybe you shouldn't listen to all that depressing music. Maybe you shouldn't constantly watch like depressing movies. Set yourself up for success. It's your environment. Your environment is everything. Like, I believe it's your diet, what you eat, who you talk to, what are you guys talking about? What do you watch? What do you listen to? Set yourself up for success. So far so good? I'm watching over here because here I have a video of all of you. We good? Wait. Don't give me thumbs up yet because I can't see you. Wait. Thumbs up if it was good. Thumbs up if you have any questions. No questions, right? No? Keep pushing forward. Step 3. This is the most important. This is the most important part of this system, because everybody can show you how to just set a goal. This is so easy. Setting a goal is the easy part. Here starts the hard things. Plan the week. Plan the following week. When and where are you going to do what? And place that inside of your calendar. Are you using Google Calendar? When and where are you going to do what? When and where are you going to break your fast if you are into intermittent fasting, for example? When and where are you going to do your workouts, for example? When and where are you going to fill in the blanks? You do that every Sunday. Every Sunday I want you to do that. Sunday is my planning day. Set any day of the week, but Sunday is a good day for planning. Then you have your weekly opportunity score. You score and track yourself every week inside of your notepad. And how do you do that, you may ask? There are a few questions that I want you guys to ask for yourself. And here is how it should look. All right? Again, first of all, you write your date. And you can have different opportunities, right? Now remember that we're still talking about lose 3 to 6 kilos of fat within the next 16 weeks. I'm aware that 16 weeks is not a quarter. I'm aware of that. Or is it? 16 weeks a quarter? The 16-week quarter is not a quarter, right? No? I'm aware of that. I said I'm aware of it. But you get my point here. So you write it out. So you know very well what am I talking about here. And from there, what's the score? What's my score of the week? Give a 1 to 10, including decimals. Let's be specific here. So I rate myself on a scale of 1 to 10 with decimals, 8.7. Got it. What to improve? Stick to my eating window. I need to stick more to my eating window. I didn't really do it. It was a little upside down. What to improve? Drink more water. I didn't really reach a gallon of water per day. What to improve? Look over my workouts the day before so I don't get caught up in work, because when I get caught up in work, I feel stressed, so I end up not doing my workouts. That's the first thing I want you to write. And then I want you to write, so here is where you don't give yourself criticism, but you objectively look at the things and the areas inside of your life where you can improve. And then you go, what went well? For example, I did 3 out of my 4 workouts. Okay, so I did 3 out of my 4 workouts, which means that I have room up here, as I can see, that I need to look over my workouts the day before, because the day when I missed my workout, I just got caught up in work, right? So I didn't even know, did I was supposed to train at the gym, or was I supposed to train at home? You know, those things. Fasted close to 3 hours per day. Perfect, that went well for me. Posted 3 photos in the Facebook group, and I wrote to Coach Sebastian. And here is the thing that I want everybody to add, especially if you're inside of my inner circle. What's your next action? What's your next action? So now you looked over all of this. This is my score. This is what I can improve. This is what went well. Now my next action is I want to increase my fasting window with 1 hour extra, starting tomorrow. And I want to start talking about my goals with the partner I have that I live with, because I'm overweight and he's overweight, but I got a coach now. But he's still buying crisps and, getting these things up in my home, which means that I'm not setting myself up for success anymore. That's my next action. And then you look over everything. Got it. You place it here, you really take it in. This is not the time to beat yourself up if you had a low score. This is not the time to feel way too comfortable if you had a great score. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're seeing in front of you when you're rating yourself, I want you to take out the pen and paper, or the same notepad, keep the notepad, change the color. If you can, get another pen, and you write with big fucking letters, done, next. No matter how the score was, no matter if you had a great week, if you had a shitty week, fantastic. You had an amazing week, good job, done next. You had a shitty week, perfect, done next. Let's use that as a source of fuel for ourselves to move forward. All right? Thumbs up if I'm making sense so far. Use this. Use this. This is gold if done correctly. This is gold. Varför? Men jag spelar in för den. Eller? Okay. Alright. So now we have a system, right? All of us have a system right now. Remember, this system will only work if you do. The system will only work if you put it into work. Send it to your workout partner, send it to do this together with your family, place your score in the group, use the score, use the Facebook group for all that it's worth. You have your weekly commitment in there where you can post it. You can post it for free. You can post it on the Facebook wall. You can post it to your accountability partners. Like, we have all these things set up for you. You can send it to me if you feel like it. But every Sunday, do this. Do this. It's so important. And I just want to emphasize that. And this is why I said that, what Monica said, and it's funny that she said it, because it's like it's almost like an engagement. It's like an engagement timer almost. It's like it's an engagement curve. That's what I want to call it. It's an engagement curve, and it's a natural curve, and most of you will realize it. And this happens when we are the way we are. Come on, guys! You saw what I did there? Everybody saw what I did there? I just changed it to none of you guys see me do this before, have you? Psst. Raising the standards of these webinars. Not only am I coming with like quality sound, I'm also coming with, I can draw and things now. So this is the engagement curve that I'm talking about. And this is for any project. This is for any project, especially if you are the character that most of us are inside of this webinar. If you are anywhere close to being a perfectionist, having an all-in type of character, whatever you are doing, this is a very natural cycle for characters like us. So what happens? We start out, so first of all, I just want to run over 3 things. Like, we have these things up here, the blue, these are your mileposts. These are very important. And down here, we have different phases that we're going in through. The y-axis, I think this is the y-axis, is time, and this is your engagement level. All right? So, when we're sticking with the example of wanting to lose weight. That's still our example, but you can use this and starting to play squash, or starting to dance, or falling in love with a new girlfriend, whatever it is, right? I swear to you. First things first. We start off here. We start off down here, excited. We're excited, we got a new thing going on. And before we even get to milestone or to checkpoint A, we lose a lot of people. And this is like a test. I call this the commitment phase. It's not even phase 1. It's just the commitment phase. It's really to see how serious are you about this. Because remember, within the first month, 90% of people fail their their New Year's resolution. 90% of the people fall off here. Within the first month, they haven't even started, because this is just commitment. Look at how many times we've done any of the challenges we've done. The fat loss challenge, the Dancers Against Corona, the body transformation challenge. We had 1,000 people sign up to our first challenge. Within the first 7 days, we lost, majority of the people. We lost like 500. And it's only because it is a commitment phase. And then you get to checkpoint A. We're now at checkpoint A. In here is where work starts. Here's where real work starts. When you're standing at point A and it's like you're a week in, and I'm using that as an example, but you're at checkpoint A, this is where most doubt is happening inside of your mind. You will feel the most pain. Your rational brain will fight against you, and it sucks. But when you're there and you know about this and it's like, okay, cool, I'm probably at checkpoint A right now. Now you can navigate. Because when you get into phase 1, this is navigation. Phase 1 is all about navigation. It's navigation mode. It's really like, where am I? Okay, so I'm working out every day. I'm working out 5 days a week. Okay, cool. Like I feel pain in my muscles. Can I work out then? Okay, but when I'm doing squats, I have pain in my knees. But is this bad for me? Oh shit, I'm hungry. I'm doing intermittent fasting the first time, because remember, we're still using the example of wanting to lose weight, right? I'm so hungry. I want to eat. Oh shit, I'm not hungry. I'm just empty. Or I was just thirsty. So you have all of these, again, navigation mode. That's what's happening inside of phase 1. And then we get over to checkpoint B. So we lose people at all of these checkpoints. At all of these checkpoints, we lose a lot of people. Coming into checkpoint A, we lose a ton of people. Standing at checkpoint B, we lose a ton of people. Because at checkpoint B, here's where people start to trick themselves. We're a few weeks into the year. You've been doing okay for the first few weeks. You're doing okay. Like, you're tracking your food, you're losing a little weight. But we start to trick themselves. So there are 3 things that can happen here. Situation number 1. You trick themselves into that we don't need to stay sharp. That's the first thing that happens, or that first situation. It's like, yeah, I don't need to stay sharp. It's like, I got this now. So it's like, it's one of the 7 deadly sins. I don't remember how to say it in English, but it's when you're like, I got this. I got this. This is easy. Losing weight? Pfft, come on, fam. I don't even need to count my calories no more. I got this. I don't even need to, intermittent fasting. It's easy for me right now. That's situation number one. Situation number two is, yeah, this doesn't work for me. I tried, how many times have you guys said this to yourself? How many times have you engaged in a project and then after you didn't give it enough time to succeed, but you said out loud to yourself, you were like, yeah, this doesn't work for me. I don't get any results. So here is where the lying starts. We start to trick ourselves into believing that we've done the work. And here is also where most people that are saying, I tried everything. I can't meditate, I tried everything. I can't lose weight, I tried everything. Here is where they stop all the time. Or most of the time, I'm gonna say. Is this graph making sense? The engagement graph? And then we come into phase 2. And in phase 2, this is where change starts to happen. Change starts. It's like, it's still discomfort, you're still feeling discomfort, you're still in semi-navigation mode, you still feel setbacks, you're still learning, there is a ton of fluctuation in your body weight, it goes up and down, your body and mind starts to adapt, but the habit is forming. The habit is forming. So here is so important, do not get comfortable. Do not get comfortable here. Stay sharp. It's so important to stay sharp here because we keep the persistency. You really have no idea. Here we have no idea what's going on. You're still a white belt, but at least it's like, it's known unknown. At this moment, you start to understand it's like, wow. I did not know this. So it's a known unknown. I did not know. When you come to phase 2 is when, if you're in the circle, it's like we're starting to talk about we're starting to talk about like the mental discipline part. We start to talk about mindset. We start to talk about turbo phrase, and it's like, wow, I didn't know that weight loss was so much about mindset. This is what's happening over here. But then here, so you have a little peak, you're up here, you have a little peak, but then it's like, it goes down a little bit. Goes down a little bit. It's not as fun. It's not equally as fun as it was in the beginning. You're not as engaged. Because you're getting used to it, right? But when you reach down here to checkpoint C, here is a very pivotal moment because you're in a moment of like, okay, should I continue this? Do I really give a fuck about my goal? And if Lucy wouldn't had a clear goal when she said, I want to lose this amount of weight, she would stop at checkpoint C because it's, yeah, but I made all this progress. I lost weight. I'm not, and because of her mode has been starting to go down a little bit here, you get to checkpoint C and it's like, yeah, but it's not that fun. You come up with a beautiful excuse that fits your current situation and you drop out. All right? So checkpoint C, it's so important. Again, stay sharp. You are still a white belt, but you're about to get to your first graduation. You're very close to get your first graduation right now. And then we fight through phase 3. And in phase 3, here is where you show your character. Here we get to see who is who. Here we get to see who is who because you're so close. You're so close to reach your goal. And these are the people that stop at phase 3 are the people that say like, you know, you talk to people and it's like, I did the 30-day challenge. Yeah, but I didn't do all of it. Yeah, I was vegetarian for 2 months. I mean, I ate fish. You know, so it shows your character. And here is so important because here it's like everybody can start something, but very few people can actually finish it. Everybody can start something, but very few can finish it. So here, people are so focused on their next. What's the next? They get restless. They're so focused on the next that they forget that it needs to be done before. All right? And then we get to checkpoint D. And a lot of us are at checkpoint D right now. And here you have one of two options. You can either have an epic fail, or a done next. Here is the reason I stopped training people. Here's the reason I stopped calling myself a trainer and started calling myself a coach. Because if you don't have the right mindset, and if you don't have the right tools, if you haven't used this time, if you haven't used all of this time over here to create a strong tools, when you come down here to point D, when you get to checkpoint D, what happens after? You're just gonna be satisfied there? You're gonna stop training? You're gonna go for next. You wanna go for next. Why? Why did you put in all of this work from the beginning, champ? Here's where you want to go. Here's where you want to go. And remember, at every checkpoint, we lose people. We lose people at every checkpoint, and it's for different reasons. But have you ever seen people that are climbing, have you ever seen like documentaries about people climbing like Mount Everest, for example? It's like, you get to Mount Everest, right? Hey, Sebastian, why didn't you become a painter? I know, it's because I want to, you know, I want to teach you guys about these things instead. But let's say this is Mount Everest. And then here you have checkpoint A. And here is checkpoint A, here is checkpoint B, C, and up here is checkpoint D. Only the wildest of people, only the people that actually dare to climb the mountain, dare to dream, set themselves up for success, they get up here. Checkpoint A, it's like, if we're talking about climb Mount Everest, it's just people that say they want to climb Mount Everest. You stop at checkpoint A. Me, for example. When it comes to climb, if we use the example of climbing Mount Everest, I'm the guy that would stop at point A, checkpoint A. It's like, yep, I climb Mount Everest, I'm out. This is not my movie ending. This is not what I aspire to do in my life. Checkpoint A sounds fantastic for me when it comes to climbing Mount Everest. But if you want to become this guy, if you want to really get to the next level, you know, be this guy. You know, putting your flag. All right, I gotta stop with this. If you want to be this character, you need to follow the system. I'm gonna stop the drawing because I saw on Kevin's face that he was like, damn, Sebastian, you're so talented. I saw that my drawing skills was stopping Kevin from focusing on what actually mattered. So, but you get my point, correct? And that curve is a real thing. That curve is a real thing. Look at what Monica, she just told us. I started with squash, fucking amazing. 5 days a week, here we go. You know, she out there squashing every day. Then after a little while, she went to checkpoint A. And she's a crazy character. She's like, fuck it, let's keep on going. Vroom, all the way to checkpoint B. Checkpoint B, everything was amazing. Then she continued going forward. And then at checkpoint C, it was a moment of like, wait, what the fuck am I doing? I like squash. But 5 days a week? Okay, pause. Or maybe she even made it to checkpoint D, you know? Okay, so then you get to checkpoint D, C, and it's like, wait, what am I doing? Okay, cool, 3 days a week, that makes sense. I still love doing it, but I have other things, like, you know, I have other things I want to do. And it's the same thing when we started dancing. How many people, when you started dancing, went to take like 10 classes a week the first year? You know what I mean? There are few of us. Because you're so engaged. But if you don't have your weekly opportunity score, and if you don't track your shit, when things hits the fan, when you come to a place, it's like, alright, okay, let me just stop it. And that's why it's so important. I believe it's so important to track yourself. I believe it's so important to map things out. And with this method, I believe it to be a proven method. We have so many students that are crushing their goals. And it's not only because of this. We have an incredible system set up for them. But I strongly believe that the weekly opportunity planner is a part from it, or is part of it, sorry. All right? If anybody is watching and you're in a moment of like, you know what, like, I wanna get to that next level. There is a link in the chat right now that I'm going to post, and it says flexibility for dancers. Just ignore the title. You can still use it to book your call, and let's set up your goal together. Let's set up your goal together for 2021. We want you to win. I want you to succeed. If not, I wouldn't be spending my Sunday, you know, doing these webinars. We wouldn't be investing in all of this equipment. I wouldn't be, you know, practicing my drawing skills to blow Kevin's mind off. You know what I mean? Mind blown. Damn, his stick figures are great. Let me see. Any questions, familia? Do we have any questions? Shoot them in the chat. Fabian is nodding his head. Let me see. How do you manage multiple goals in different categories in life, like wealth, health, love, and happiness, without losing structure? This I have a goal for all of them. I have a planner for all of them. Then I can easily track them. I keep them inside of Trello. So first of all, you obviously, like you're saying, right? First of all, you prioritize. Okay, is it really possible for me to sprint in health and then sprint in wealth at the same time? Can I do that? Is that really possible for me? Maybe I actually can. And can I boost my knowledge about, okay, so one way for example is that when you're working, or when you're working out, use that time to listen to a podcast, for example. So then I would listen to a podcast about something that has to do with my business. And when I'm commuting to work, I'm listening to motivation. Does that make sense? I incorporate it inside of my life. For me, if I'm training, best believe I'm also recording a workout video. Best believe I'm doing that. It's 100% chance that if I'm training, I will post something with, I will do one video or two for my social media. Not because I always want to. It's just that it's beneficial for me because I'm that guy on social media, correct? And if I'm reading a book about something, I don't necessarily like to read all the books I'm reading, but I like to read. And then it helps me on my work, because I'm reading about work. So when you're doing that, right, like how do you manage it? I try to incorporate all of it. That for me is a game changer. And best believe, I wake up at 5 every morning. I wake up at 5 every morning. I do my workouts. I meditate. I set up my environment for success. I do this, like this is how I manage it. Like I don't, if I add anything new, I'm telling you guys about it. I stopped waking up at 5:30 because I felt I wanted another 30 minutes of the day for myself. I felt I wanted to do another 30 minutes of just reading and being in stillness before my day reacts. And then I stick to my routines like a madman. I'm such a routine person. As much as I'm traveling like crazy, I'm constantly doing new projects with our company. I need my daily structure. Like I eat this more or less the same calories every day. I work out the same things. My morning routine looks the same. My evening routine looks the same. My circle of people are very limited. So I have systems for everything. Like this is gonna sound crazy, but this is how much like I want things to be in system. Because I don't live with my family. I haven't lived with my family. I haven't lived in the same country as my family for the last 10 years. But I love my family. Like, it's the main reason why I'm working so much. So I'm developing a system right now which is gonna give me reminders of talking to the people that I love. Because if I don't get that, I lose myself. I lose myself in work. I just get caught up in work. But I have cousins that have kids right now. I have smaller cousins that I want to keep contact with. I have 3 siblings that I want to have contact with. I have, all of my family in Cape Verde. So it's like I developed a tiny system that works around it. Did that make sense? So it's not necessarily that I'm great at managing time. I believe it's more I'm good at managing focus. And that is actually that is for me personally, that is one of my main goals for the first quarter, to work even more on my single tasking. Like I want to focus on one thing. When I'm holding the webinar, I'm here. When I'm writing in my journal, I'm doing that. I'm very present. If I'm dancing, I'm dancing. If I'm spending time with my girl, I'm with my girl. So when it comes to all of those, 5 tips to manage your time better, I'm not sure I agree on it. I'm not sure it exists, but stick to the structure, rate yourself. Where do you want to spend time? Did that make sense? And again, bro, it's not easy. I feel like when I'm sprinting at work, I'm going for hurdle run on fitness. It is what it is, it is what it is. And then sometimes it's also like, okay, but you only got 24 hours. You only got 24 hours. So then it's also, it gets to be attainable. Is it attainable for you to pack on tons of muscles while working 16-hour workdays? Probably not. Because if you're working 16-hour workdays and you want to put on tons of muscle, how are you going to eat? Like, you need to sleep a good amount of time when you're going to do that. So then that's when it comes down to, it needs to be attainable. Did that make sense? Any other, let me know if this was valuable for you. For me, this is a game changer. But let me know what has been valuable with this webinar. Post, write it in the comments, please. I know Kevin is going to write the most valuable thing, Sebastian, is your drawing skills. Your spectacular way of showing us Mount Everest climbing in stick figures. We have systems are crucial. The engagement graph for sure. Yes, I want to know more tips about creating and maintaining system, planning even shorter periods of time. And you know, the engagement thing that I showed you, I believe that is in everything. I believe this graph goes for everything. I don't only believe it's like weight loss. I believe it's like, this is life. Like this graph, you can put it on anything. Like you can literally, I don't know why I draw that stick figure. Like, this is everything. You're starting a dance class. It's tough in the beginning. It's tough in the beginning. You're feeling a little bit You're feeling a little bit awkward in the beginning. It's not, but you're still hyped, you know? It starts to become fun. Oh my days, it's so fun. I don't know what's happening. This is my life. I'm dancing 7 days a week, Jesus Christ. And then you come into phase 2. And then it's like, oh my days. So it's like, it's not really, you know, 5 days a week. Nah. Okay, here you can either quit and then you move forward. And then here is, okay, but do I want to sign up for another semester? Nah, I'm out. Or, yeah, I want to sign up for another semester. Watch out for these things. Watch out for the checkpoints. I tell you guys. Now you're aware of it. And then take out any project you're doing right now. Take them out and it's like, where am I on the graph? How engaged am I? How much fun do I actually think it's to spend time with my husband? Like, where are we on the graph? That stick figure should be trademarked. Facts, brother. Facts. My college students over the course of the semester, yeah. I tell you, this graph is anywhere, and I even feel it's like, it's short term, and even it's like if you start to engage in a conversation with somebody, you start to you start to reading a book, you start to go into like a small project, like you're going to solve a thing, going to solve a task. If you meet some friction in the beginning, it's like, fuck it. Because you were still in the commitment phase and you were not committed enough. But once you get past the commitment phase, and then you keep moving forward. Familia, this was the last webinar of the year. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for spending time with me. Thank you for, just being around. It means a lot. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to express my crazy thoughts. And thank you for giving me an opportunity for being myself. Thank you for being part of my movie ending. It means the world to me, really. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys are ready for 2021. We're coming with fire. We invested with a lot of new things. My movie ending is getting bigger and bigger. I'm about to drown in my own movie ending, but fuck it. Let's see what happens. Let's see. It takes what it takes. And I'm willing to go for it. I'm willing to I'm willing to bet it all for this shit. So thank you for being part of it. One of my other goals is really or my opportunity is really to be better to communicate with you guys, not only in the webinars, but also like, this is actually what we're doing. Like, I talk a lot about like my movie ending, but sometimes it's like it's almost like you need to read between the lines to truly understand what we are doing here. So one of my goals is really to become better, to communicate easily. It's like, this is what we're doing. This is what you are. You are a part of this picture, whether you know it or not. And I need your help. I need your help. I can't do this alone. I can't do this alone. It's impossible for me to do this movie, to get to my movie ending alone. If I could, I would already be there. If I could reach my movie ending alone, I would already be there. I wouldn't be here. You know, I still want to have these webinars in my movie ending, make no mistake about it. But I would already be there. So I'm going to be a lot better in communicating starting off next year. Thank you, coach. Thank you. Appreciate your coach in order for all of your connections. Thank you for the time. I'm glad we reconnected. Yes, fam, come, keep hanging around, Monica. We miss you. Thank you, coach. Happy holidays, everyone. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. Gracias. Namaste. Namaste, fam. Thank you for your time and tips. And yeah, that's it. That's it. This is the last webinar of the year, familia. I'm going to say bye, dancers. You're going to say for dancers for the last time of the year. And I see you. You're going to see me in the Facebook group and everything. But next time we hang around is going to be in 2021. So here we go. Let me unmute all of you. And if anybody have any questions, you know, you can just shoot. Feel free to shoot them. Book that call. Don't be scared. Unmute yourself, familia. Ask all to unmute. Boom, here we go. All right, familia, this is the last webinar of the year. Thank you so much for spending time together with me. Thank you for being part of my movie ending. And remember, as always, by dancers.
For dancers.
Yes, I. Peace out, everybody. Ciao.